Welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, your time. Guys, the video you're about to watch is the undying love of a mother to her children, and she almost paid with her own life. Please share this video, and if you could help this woman in any way, please do, and God will bless you.
Today, we bring you a story of a mother who sacrificed her life for her baby. She is called Alexia. She is a mother of 5 kids. Alexia went through unspeakable pain when she was burnt by her own husband, who they had the 5 kids together. She was pregnant, bearing this little child in her womb. It all started when she told her husband that she was pregnant and they should start expecting the 5th born. She thought that this was going to be good news to her husband, since they had already had other 4 children. She was very wrong, because the moment her husband had this, it was very bad news to him, and he started sounding like he was not happy at all about what Alexia was saying, and he immediately told her to go for an abortion because they were not going to have that baby. Alexia was so confused. She said that she could not kill her baby because it was killing an innocent soul, and she pleaded to him to please let them have this child, and they would take care of him just like they do for the 4 that they already have. But this man said that he did not want to hear the kind of nonsense that Alexia was saying, because they were already failing to support the 4 children that they have, and having a 5th one was just going to make things at their home even more worse, and it would be impossible to feed and educate all of them.
Iyo myanzuro wafashe yabitagayitse se gushobora gukuramo inda ukaba wapfa, hari amafaranga washyingura mu muntu ko yareramo n'umwana kandi n'undi wahombye umuntu kanagira iherezo ribuka narimbuka kuko wakoze amaraso y'utagira urubanza. Urumva wari umwanzuro ukwiye, aranyihorera nyine nanjye ngira ngo ni ibintu biri aho byarangiye.
When this conversation was done, Alexia thought that the misunderstanding between them had come to one end, and they continued living the normal and smooth life that they had in the first place, since abortion was something she feared a lot, and she told her husband that she would also die in the process, and then their children will have a mother no more, and that is what made her scared. They slept. The night was peaceful as usual, and in the morning, Alexia went to work, though she was pregnant. She worked at a building site, and she used to carry building materials like cement and stones, and take them close to the builders. There was no way she couldn't work, because her family depended on the money that she and her husband brought home for food. But on that day, her husband did not go to work. He stayed home, and according to Alexia, it was like he was planning something. From work, she returned at home so tired. She had a shower and she went to sleep, because after working the whole day, she needed rest since she was pregnant too. And she left her husband still sitting in the living room. Her husband first took their children to bed and made sure that they were all sleeping. He locked the doors and switched off the lights in the house. and then he came to their bedroom. And by this time, Alexia was already sleeping, and she did not have any idea about what was going on. As she was sleeping, her husband got acid and poured it on Alexia. She felt fire on her body, and then she started screaming. But her husband poured it on her with a lot of anger, that some of it splashed back and also burnt him, but it was not as much as it had burnt Alexia. As they were screaming, their children woke up. They broke the door and tried to find a way to Alexia and their father, only to find their parents screaming and their skin was falling off. She ran out of the house telling their neighbors that her husband had burnt her. She was burning, and she ran to the nearest hospital on foot, and they gave her first aid, and as they were still taking care of her, her husband was also brought in. They were both taken to a much bigger hospital in the same ambulance. It was very tough for her, and the burns were so serious that as soon as she got to the hospital, she fell into coma and woke up 2 months later. But as she was still in coma, her husband also came to the same hospital, since he also faced serious burns. And the moment he woke up, he escaped from the hospital and ran away, because he was so afraid of being sent to jail because of what he had done.
Cyakora hashize akanya nahise njya muri koma, uko nageze i Kanombe ntabyo nzi, nuko koma nayimazemo amezi 2. Imana ibana nanjye nyine irandinda, ubona igihe cyanjye cyo gupfa atari icyo ngicyo. Umwana yari ari mu nda, ahagumye arakora.
She was 2 months pregnant before the incident happened, which means that in coma, she was still pregnant. And the doctors told her that in order for her to get better, they were going to carry out an abortion and remove her pregnancy, because it was the only way that would save her life. She cried and refused them to touch her baby, and she said that if she was not going to survive, they should let her die with her baby. She wanted to see her baby grow, because even in the first place, it was her baby that was the cause of all this. She told them that she would die, but her baby should make it out alive. Time for giving birth came, and since Alexia was in a lot of pain, there was no way she could push the baby, and the doctors had to make surgery in order for the baby to get out of her body. Everything was successful, and the baby made it out alive. The doctors were a lot shocked about the way Alexia was terribly burnt, and she was in coma for 2 months, but her baby still survived. It was a miracle that they had never seen in their lives before. She spent some good time in the hospital, and when all her wounds turned into scars, she was sent back home. But this time, life had turned around. Because she was very sick, she had 5 children that all depended on her for everything, since their father had abandoned them. When Alexia saw that there was no way that she could be able to get food for her 5 children, she started roasting corn by the roadside, locally known as maize roasting, so that she can sell maize to pedestrians and get a few coins for her children's food. Her body is full of scars, and she cannot turn her head They are so painful, and she spends most of the nights awake because of the painful and itching scars. Her children try to press the scars in order to reduce the pain on their mother's skin so that she can be able to sleep and go to work in the morning so that she is able to get money for them to eat. Since they are poor and they don't have any source of income at all, and that's why they are not able to go to school. The police is still searching for her husband, but as a Christian, Alexia says that she has already forgiven her husband and she does not wish to know anything about him since he also never talks to them. She is going through a lot of pain and she is requesting everyone that is watching this video to kindly help her get surgery because she has to work for a better life of her 5 children.
Thank you guys for watching. Credit goes to Afrimax. Please guys, if there's any way you guys can help this woman, please do. That is the essence of this video. Thank you once again and God bless you. Please turn your bell on for more videos. Bye guys.